Imagine walking into a room where everyone thinks they know the rules of the game, but you quietly see patterns no one else notices. You sense the hidden moves, the silent strategies that control outcomes before anyone even speaks. That, my friend, is power. Not loud, not brash, just quiet. Invisible mastery. Most people operate on instinct, reacting to life, making choices based on what feels urgent rather than what's effective. And while they chase the noise, you're about to learn something far more valuable: the 5 hidden rules that let you outsmart anyone, anywhere. Here's the thing: knowledge alone isn't enough. You can read books, watch videos, attend seminars, but if you don't understand how to apply hidden strategies in real-life situations, you'll always play second fiddle. The difference between someone who succeeds and someone who struggles isn't luck, it's awareness, timing, and leverage. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that a conversation, a negotiation, even a friendly debate wasn't going the way you wanted, but you couldn't put your finger on why? That's because someone else was already operating on hidden rules you weren't aware of. They weren't smarter than you, they were strategically invisible. And that's exactly what we're about to change. By the end of this series, you won't just react, you'll anticipate. You won't just influence, you'll command attention and respect without raising your voice. Here's a little trick to help you remember this first step. Think of the silent advantage. Every time you walk into a room, every time you engage with someone, ask yourself, what's happening that I don't see? That simple question is the doorway into hidden mastery. It rewires your mind to notice patterns, predict moves, and take control without anyone realizing it. But here's the catch. If you dismiss this too quickly, thinking it's just a clever idea, you'll miss the deeper truth. Most people never discover these rules because they're busy reacting to the obvious. The truly powerful operate in the shadows of human behavior, and that's where the real influence lies. In the next part, we'll start uncovering the first 2 hidden rules, the ones that immediately shift the balance of power in your favor. And when you see them, you'll understand why some people seem untouchable in conversations, in business, and even in relationships. Are you ready to step off the board everyone else is playing on? Are you ready to see the game behind the game? Then stay with me, because what you're about to learn isn't taught in schools, isn't posted online, and definitely isn't something most people even think about. Your silent advantage begins now that you understand the power of seeing what others don't. It's time to dive into the first 2 hidden rules that let you outsmart anyone. These aren't tricks, they're fundamental shifts in how you think, perceive, and act. Hidden rule 1, observation over reaction. Most people react. They respond to what's happening in front of them, forgetting to notice what's happening beneath the surface. The truly strategic move is to watch first, speak later. Picture this: you're in a negotiation, and someone is aggressively pushing their point. Everyone else jumps into the fray, mirroring their energy, matching their tone. But you pause, you watch their patterns. You notice what they reveal unconsciously: the hesitation, the repeated phrases, the subtle shifts in body language. This is not manipulation, it's understanding the game before you play it. By observing first, you gain the upper hand without raising your voice. You predict moves before they happen. You respond with precision rather than panic. That's how influence is quietly commanded. Hidden rule 2, silence speaks louder than words. Ever noticed how the most powerful people rarely feel the need to over-explain themselves? Silence is more than absence of speech, it's a weapon, a signal, a strategy. When you remain measured, when you choose your words deliberately, you create a space where others reveal themselves. Think about it. In conversations, people fill silence with extra words, revealing intentions, insecurities, even their strategy. If you learn to use silence, you'll see patterns, uncover motives, and navigate interactions with a level of clarity most people never experience. Here's a little exercise. The next time someone challenges you, pause before you respond. Count to 3 silently. Observe their reaction. That pause is your advantage. It creates space for you to understand, to assess, and to respond strategically. Over time, this simple rule transforms how people perceive you. They'll see you as calm, confident, and untouchable. At this point, you might be wondering, how do these rules combine? How do observation and silence work together to give you the upper hand? That's where the next hidden rules come in, because now that you've set the stage, you're ready to learn how to influence outcomes without anyone realizing it. By now, you've started to notice a shift in perspective. You're seeing opportunities in situations where others see chaos. They're beginning to sense patterns that were invisible before. This is the mindset of someone who doesn't just react, they command respect and influence effortlessly. Stay with me, because in part 3, we'll uncover rules 3 and for the ones that transform awareness into actionable advantage. And when you apply them, you'll notice something remarkable. People start responding to you differently, almost as if you've always been a step ahead. By now, you've learned the first 2 hidden rules. Observe before reacting, and let silence be your tool. But awareness alone won't give you lasting influence. That's where rules 3 and 4 come into play. They transfer insight into action, strategy into results. Hidden rule 3: frame the perception. Most people react to situations as if they're trapped by them. The truly powerful, they understand that perception is reality. When you subtly shape how others perceive a situation, you control the narrative. Imagine a meeting where a colleague presents a half-formed idea. Most people either criticize or ignore it. But if you master this rule, you can reframe the idea, highlight its potential, guide the discussion toward possibilities, and subtly position yourself as the one who sees what others don't. Here's the secret. Framing isn't about lying or deceiving, it's about highlighting what matters and guiding attention. When done skillfully, people naturally align with your perspective because you've made clarity irresistible. Hidden rule 4, strategic reciprocity. Influence isn't just about what you take, it's about what you take, it's about what you give and when. The principle of strategic reciprocity is simple. People respond when they feel a debt of insight, help, or value. But timing is everything. Give too early or without context, and it's overlooked. Give too late, and it loses power. Think of this like chess. Every move sets up the next. When you help someone solve a problem, share a critical insight, or reveal a piece of hidden knowledge at the right moment, you become indispensable. You're no longer just a participant, you're a quiet architect of influence. Here's a practical tip. The next time you want someone to follow your lead, offer a solution, insight, or resource that they didn't even know they needed. Watch how naturally they align with you. This isn't manipulation, it's strategic empowerment. By combining frame perception and strategic reciprocity, you shift from passive observer to active influencer. Others may not even realize the rules you're playing, but they'll notice the results. You'll start seeing doors open that were previously closed, conversations move in your favor, and opportunities appear where others see barriers. At this point, you've acquired the first 4 hidden rules, the pillars of unseen influence. You're noticing patterns, commanding attention, and subtly shaping outcomes. But there's one more rule, the hidden engine that amplifies every interaction, every decision, every move you make. That's what we'll uncover in part 4. Are you ready? Because the 5th rule will change everything. And once you apply it, you won't just outsmart people, you'll become someone they instinctively respect and follow. You've learned a lot so far, observing before reacting, using silence, framing perception, and applying strategic reciprocity. Each of these rules gives you a measurable advantage, but there's one rule that amplifies everything else, the hidden engine that separates the quietly powerful from everyone else. Hidden Rule 5, emotional leverage influence, isn't just about what you see or how you speak, it's about how people feel. Emotional leverage is the ability to guide the emotions of a room, a conversation, or even a relationship without anyone noticing. It's subtle, invisible, but devastatingly effective. Here's what you need to know. Humans are wired to respond emotionally first and rationally second. If you can create the right emotional context, everything else falls into place naturally. This doesn't mean manipulation, it means creating alignment. When someone feels understood, validated, or inspired, they are far more likely to follow your lead, embrace your ideas, and trust your judgment. Practical example: imagine presenting an idea to a skeptical team. Instead of overwhelming them with facts, start by acknowledging their concerns, sharing a relatable story, or highlighting the potential positive impact. You shifted their emotional state first, and suddenly, the facts you present carry more weight. Combine this with the other 4 rules. Observe patterns to know how people are feeling. Use silence to let them reveal hidden emotions. Frame perception to highlight what matters. Apply strategic reciprocity to create subtle obligations. Leverage emotional influence to guide outcomes effortlessly. When these rules work together, you're no longer just participating in conversations, you're each shaping environments, predicting moves, and commanding influence without raising your voice. People may not even realize how you did it, but they'll notice the results. Now, here's the challenge. Applying these rules consistently requires practice and awareness. The next step is about integration, learning to use all 5 rules seamlessly so they become second nature. That's what we'll cover in part 5, how to consolidate your mastery, see results in the real world, and continue your path to unseen influence. You've made it this far. You now know the 5 hidden rules that give you an invisible edge in life. Observation over reaction, see what others miss. Silence speaks louder than words, let people reveal themselves. Frame the perception guide, how others interpret reality. Strategic reciprocity, give at the right moment to influence naturally. Emotional leverage, shape how people feel to guide outcomes effortlessly. Knowing these rules is powerful. Applying them consistently is transformative. Imagine walking into any situation, work, social gatherings, negotiations, and instantly noticing patterns others overlook. You'll start to respond with precision, influence subtly, and create outcomes that previously seemed out of reach. Here's a practical framework to integrate them. Before any interaction, take a moment to observe. Look for what's unspoken. Notice body language, tone, and hesitation. During the conversation, use silence strategically. Pause, listen, and let others reveal insights naturally. Frame your contributions carefully. Highlight solutions, potential, and opportunities in ways that others can't ignore. Give strategically, offering insights or value at the moment that maximizes impact. Connect emotionally. Understand the feelings at play, empathize, and guide them toward alignment with your vision. Applied consistently, these rules become second nature. People will begin responding differently. Doors open more easily. Negotiations move in your favor. Conversations flow with influence, not conflict. You'll realize that true mastery isn't about brute force, it's about subtle, intelligent action. If you want to continue your journey to financial and personal mastery, I highly recommend watching the next video. While most people stay, Purdue THIS instead. In that video, we break down the secrets of wealth, the mindset shifts successful people embrace, and the truths about money that most never learn. Keywords like wealth, money mindset, and Jordan Peterson money truth will give you actionable strategies to start seeing results immediately. Remember, mastery isn't a single act. It's a series of small, deliberate actions taken with awareness and precision. Start practicing these hidden rules today, and you'll be surprised how quickly your influence grows. Subscribe to Wisdom Recorder, your knowledge source, and like this video if you're ready to outsmart, influence, and master your world. Your journey begins now.